Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. I'm incredibly influential.
And I'm highly successful.
Today is Wednesday, October 5th, as we are recording this. Do you have anyone you'd like to dedicate the episode to? I'm drawing a blank today. What about you?
Oh man, there's so many people to dedicate this episode to. Who do I choose? I'll dedicate this episode to Dream.
Any particular reason why, or you're just gonna feed us to the fucking Minecraft stands?
No. I just feel like I'm out here, and I feel like Dream deserves he deserves some people on his side during this time, where he's getting ridiculed for his appearance, even though he's a completely average looking person.
No, I don't think he needs any help. Yeah.
Yeah, so this episode is dedicated to Dream.
No.
Thank you for letting me choose this episode's dedication. I always choose such great ones.
I'm honestly tempted to make us restart, but fuck it, whatever. We ball regardless. Official statement. We do not dedicate this episode to Dream. Fuck Dream.
What's wrong with Dream? You're not
cheated.
one of the people that hate Dream. Oh, okay, well.
He cheated.
Come on, man. That's old news,
He cheated. Doesn't matter. Fucking old habits die hard. I don't know. There's a thing for that. There's like a statement for that, but I can't think of it right now. Anywho, we're actually doing a little special kind of episode here. It's not really all that special. Literally, all I'm doing is just using this as an opportunity to study, because I have a quiz tomorrow as we're recording this. I might put it in a little update video, or like update clip to just be like, "Yo, I passed it," or "Yo, I failed it." But yeah, we're just doing some studying. So at 3 times during this podcast, I'm going to answer a few questions, and you're gonna learn it along with me, and it's gonna be really cool. But question number 1 is there are 4 mathematical ways to show saturation. What are they? Number 1 is that the relative humidity is 100%. Number 2 is that the mixing ratio is the saturation mixing ratio for the temperature. The dew point temperature is the current temperature at the time of measurement. And number 4 is that the elevation is at shut the fuck up. This motherfucker, while I'm doing this, while I'm studying, trying to get good grades, says, "What compelling content." Fuck you. Maybe the people want to learn something. We did an entire episode about peeing with your pants down at the urinal last time. Maybe they want to fucking learn something this week, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's so hostile instantly.
You're a bitch. And number 4 is that the lifting cloud level is the elevation that you're measuring at. There we go. Question number 2. 3 ways to saturate the air. Number 1 is to add moisture, but that's very hard. Number 2 is to cool the air, which is very easy. Number 3 is to lift the air that you're measuring. There we go. What 2 things happen when you're saturated? Condensation happens, and a cloud is formed by the latent heat releasing. And then 2 things happen when you're super saturated. Super saturation is like saturation, but super. Condensation happens faster, and more latent heat is released, causing the cloud to float. And there you go. Was that so hard? Was that so hard, Mr. fucking Sourpuss? You criticizing bitch. I'm just trying to get good fucking grades and teach the audience something they may not know, because maybe they want to hear about that, but you're just gonna criticize me, because of course you are.
I thought it would be funny, and it was hilarious. So no,
You're a bitch.
No
You are Hey, at least I actually check the fucking chat. You never check the chat. You're a
No, I
bitch.
check it. I just never acknowledge it, or I check it
You're a
way
bitch.
after I really, I should. But I appreciate the attentiveness.
You're a bitch.
Now I
But
know if I
yeah,
ever had something like actually important to say that you might respond. You never know.
fuck you. With that, uh, I'd like to segue into a segment we did many, many weeks ago. I think uh, it's been 16 weeks. Jesus Christ. So 4 months ago, we did a little bit of a neat, fun little um, game. I guess it's totally not original. We're playing the Newlywed Game, but instead of me coming up with the questions and the answers, he has come up with the questions and the answers.
Whoa, what a concept.
Indeed. All
They
right.
really should just like pay us for these compelling ideas.
I mean, the Newlywed Game is older than I think both of our parents.
Um,
90% sure.
yeah,
90% sure
well,
that it's older than both of our parents. But anyhow, yeah, you had some questions, you had some answers. Let's
yes,
go.
I have questions and I also have answers. What do you want to hear first?
If you just gave me the answers without the questions, that would really fuck up the game now, wouldn't it? I mean,
No,
it'd be
I
pretty
went
funny.
to a website that helped me find questions to ask you. So I'm hoping that these questions are satisfactory because yeah, okay. We're gonna start pretty simple. Obviously they're all gonna be pretty simple. But first one right here.
All right.
What's my favorite season?
Ooh, I don't think you've ever actually told me, but I I think you're a summer kind of guy. But that's not my final answer. Can I like explain my reasoning?
No, no, please explain your reasoning.
Okay. Um I noticed that you get like noticeably like more upbeat a little bit when summer rolls around. Even though you haven't been in high school or like school, you know, for years and years now, but you still like summer quite a bit. Like uh when spring kicked over into summer and you were like, "Oh, I've got that like fireworks stand gig." You were actually really excited about that. Even though it didn't turn out being like super amazing, you were pretty down for that. So I think it's summer.
All right, final answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, while I do love summer, um, most of the reason why I love summer is because I'm still in school. Uh, and that's still a great time to not have school, right?
Yeah.
But it is probably my second favorite. My
Okay.
first favorite is autumn or fall because
Yeah.
it's that nice, like not too hot, not too cold weather. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
Texas, it's a little bit less. Um, it's usually more hot than it is cold, sadly. But sometimes, you get that nice weather. You have a light jacket. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
get that.
know,
All right. Do I get like partial credit for coming up with a good reason and guessing the
um,
second favorite one?
if you want partial credit, I can give you partial credit. You
I
know,
want partial credit. I feel like I deserve it. I feel
okay.
like I
Well, I'll
worked
tell
pretty
you
hard on that
what.
answer and I thought it out.
You'll get a half a point. You know,
All right.
out of a full point.
If I come up with an answer
Sure,
that you
sure, sure,
like
sure.
better than the one that you wrote down, uh do I get double points?
Uh, you mean that if I would have changed my answer for what you said instead? you want double points instead. Is that right?
Yes. Like if I say something, you're like, oh shit, I didn't even think of that, and then you want to change your answer. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. We can probably do that, but I don't know 100% if there's any of these questions I'm gonna
I
change the
think
answer to,
that's
but
a
we'll
good
see. We'll see.
system. All
Okay.
right.
Are you
What
prepared?
what's next question?
Okay. What is my favorite food?
I think we've done this before, but I forget now. So now I have to pull
And
up
now,
episode 9 and listen to the
no.
entire podcast and
No, you know
figure it
what?
out.
Yes, let's do that
Fuck.
instead. I'll sit here while you listen to that.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Because we went over this last time and you came up with a of the options we listed, you said pasta was your favorite.
Of the options, but unfortunately for you, this is
So,
not limited to those options. So you need to think of every food in the world and which one's my favorite out of the ones that I've tried.
well, they listed most of the best
So,
ones, and I can't
while
think
you
of
sit and think
anything
on that,
else that would be there. I can't come up with anything else though, because they listed everything, and you were like, "Yeah, that pasta sounds good." So I don't know. I think that's the best I can do, honestly.
you're just gonna go pasta? You're gonna give up like right away? I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned it at one point.
Well, it wasn't hibachi because steak was on there, and you said no. Like you went to that hibachi place. I don't think you said it became your favorite, so it's probably not that, right?
Well, no, that's not the answer. And I'm worried that I may have made the food too
Too specific.
too specific. But
Okay.
I'll
If
tell
it
you what,
is,
I'll give you the full point still if you can at least tell me what genre of food that this food is in.
like what nationality at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, what genre of food? Like, eh,
Hmm.
if you can think of it, right? So if it was a different type of pasta, you could say Italian or something like that. You know what I mean, right? But
Yeah, for sure. I don't think you're big on spice, so I'm not sure it's Mexican.
mhm.
Um, or Indian. It's definitely not Indian. I don't think you've ever had Indian food before.
I've had Mediterranean food, but I don't know about
India
Indian
and
specifically.
Mediterranean. India
I
and the Mediterranean are
I know that they're not
about
anywhere
5,000 miles
close to each
apart.
other, right?
Yeah.
But they're way closer than they are to me right now. So
Are they technic? Probably, yeah.
that's why, it's hard whenever you go really far that direction and it's not like a super duper like mainstream like American uh like type of food you can find like Chinese food, it's hard to remember.
All right. So you've said you've tried Mediterranean food. If I guess Mediterranean and it's anywhere in that ring of countries, do I get half points?
um
I want to get all the marbles.
Sure, if that's your guess.
I want to get all the marbles though. I think it's Italian. I do think it is Italian.
You think it's Italian?
That I'm not the most confident, but I think it's the least unlikely option.
Okay, so this final answer.
Yes.
Okay, now you didn't really dive into the reason as much, so it's gonna be a little harder to reward you any extra points
Well,
this
you did
round.
say
I'm
if
not
I
gonna
got the
lie to
genre,
you.
you gave me full points. You said
I
if I got the
would
genre, full points.
give you full
I
points
said
if
Italian.
you got the genre.
Okay, then what is it?
It's Cajun food.
Oh,
Cajun
fuck
food is my
you.
favorite food. I love
Fuck you. You've
seafood.
never brought that up. You've
The
never brought that up, by the
specific
way.
type of Cajun food that I'm talking about, though, is some really nice boudin. I love boudin so much. It's my favorite.
You mean poutine?
No, boudin.
That sounds like poutine if
Have you
like
never had
someone
boudin before?
no. It sounds like poutine if like a
Oh,
football player who got hit in the head a
well,
bunch of times was trying to say it with
you
his mouth
are
guard in.
missing out. Boudin is very good. It is spelled or boudin.
Okay.
Boudin.
All right.
Boudin.
All right. Now think about it. I said Mediterranean
You
and
did.
France is Mediterranean and Cajun food comes mostly from France. Therefore, I would like 1/4 points, please.
You really want this 1/4 points. And
Yeah.
see, whenever I think of Cajun food versus French food, I don't see the similarity as much. You see what I'm trying to say? I do
That's
see
because
it,
you're not
but look,
cultured. That's because
right here.
I cook
At
French.
I am looking at the Google article for boudin, and it does say origin France. I do admit that it does say origin
So,
France.
and I said Mediterranean, so I would like 1/4 points.
Okay,
I'm not even asking for the full half that you said I would get from guessing Mediterranean. I would like my 1/4 point, please. I think that's
let
a reasonable compromise.
my God, let's look at where the Mediterranean is. Let's pull up a map. Let's get real specific about this right here.
France is touching the Mediterranean.
You might just be onto something. You might just
Dude, I am like my whole cooking process is I want to learn how to cook one meal from every single one of the Mediterranean countries. And I think I've gotten like 5 of them.
you know,
Morocco, I can
I
do
don't think you
couscous.
deserve it, but I can add a 1/4 point
Okay, I'm at
for
1.25
sure.
points out of 2. That's not
No,
bad.
you're at 0.75 out of 2 because you got half a point for the first question, don't you remember?
Oh, well, that's still not bad.
It's
It's better
less than
than 0.
50%.
It's better than 0. All right,
Now,
next
this
question.
next question, I have 2 potential answers. So you have 2 potential points, okay?
Okay, so it's 2 answers.
Right? And
Got
now,
it.
and I will also give you bonus points for
Ooh.
one of these answers if you can be very, very specific with it as well. All right? So,
Okay.
the question is, what's my favorite animal? And the 2 answers are fictional and non-fictional, obviously, real.
Ooh. Um can I get like 1 or 2 like yes or no answers? Uh
That depends.
is there fictional one a Pokemon?
No, I can tell you that for sure.
Okay. That's like the only one I really needed to answer. Um hmm. It's like a specific like breed of animal that comes from fiction, not like a specific named animal, right?
Look, no, it's a specific type of animal, right? For example, like let's say my favorite animal from fiction was like a nymph, right? And
Yeah.
you said wood nymph, and I was like, that's that. How'd you know, right? You'd get an extra point. You see what I'm trying to
Nymphs
say,
are
right? The point that's not it. I want to. I'll give you that, right? It's not that's not it. But you see what I'm trying to say, right? If you're specific. Now, the extra point for uh for you is only offered on the fictional one. With the real one, I feel like you just get it and you get a point.
okay.
And since you love your little half points and all that, maybe I'll give you a half point if I feel as though you're close enough.
Shit.
I don't
Ah,
think I've
fuck.
ever told you, but that's what makes this fun.
Fuck. This is hard. This is really hard. Because you have never told me this. You never told me either one. I think you are a cat person
Okay.
over dogs. I think you've told me that. I
Okay. All right.
think you've told me that. And you just seem like one because you just have the wrong energy. Um, truth be
Whatever.
told, it's one of the reasons why I
Sure.
hate you.
Oh, okay. We're just hostile now, aren't we? That's crazy. I
Fuck
didn't
you.
know
You're a
that's where
cat
we were
person.
going with this.
Fuck you. You're a cat person. Fuck you. You're a cat person. Anywho, I think
This is just all so
Felis catus,
stupid.
domesticated cat, and fuck what? I'm trying to think. What fucking video game is this shit from? Because Destiny doesn't really have video games. Or what? What the fuck am I talking about? No, Destiny doesn't really have animals. Overwatch doesn't really have animals. Oh, it could be from Borderlands though. Oh, I think I'm onto something here. I wish I could see your face. I wish I could see your face because that would really give me a hint here. I think it is from Borderlands. I think it's probably if I can get it from the game. If I get it for if I'm in the right video game because I know it's from the video game. Uh, or like the right video game series. Do I get point like partial credit?
Sure.
My money is on Bullymong, but I know I'm gonna lose it. So I that's like the least bad answer, just because you've played Borderlands 2 so many times and it's in the beginning. I think Bullymong is your fictional.
Okay. So here's what I will give you for your points, right? So I will give you half points for your first answer because the answer was lion, but cat is half right, I
Mm-hmm.
suppose. It's close enough. So I'll give you a half point. I'll add that, right? Now,
Yeah.
I don't think I can give you any points for your fictional guess. Not a single point
Well, what
because
was it?
the answer was the dragon, specifically the Chinese dragon. Now, you were wrong entirely trying to go for video games. I don't know what you were thinking, but
Because that's like the only thing you know.
it was a
That's
very,
all
very
you know.
funny and amusing thing to listen to, let me tell you. So,
Did you not think I would go down that route?
I didn't even consider it, no, but it's very
Wow.
funny overall. So, out of well, 4 potential points right now,
Yeah.
5 if you would have actually got the bonus one. You
Okay.
have 1.25 points.
Excellent. Excellent. I what for my answers to these questions, I'm picking the most obscure shit because fuck you.
Yeah, well, wait, what do you mean your answers to these questions?
Oh yeah. I'm writing down the questions and I'm writing down my answers, bitch.
Oh, that doesn't seem very nice at all.
That's what we
But
did the last time we played.
oh, this is gonna be terrible. I can already tell.
Uh-huh. It's
Anyways,
going to be a bloodbath.
I didn't know I was supposed to answer as well. Oh no.
The
I wasn't
shoe has
prepared.
fallen. The other shoe has fallen.
Okay,
I know, right? It's
next
great.
question. Now, this question has multiple parts, right? And I'll say you can get um well, I'll tell you the question and then I'll tell you how I want to grade it, right? The question is how do I order my pizza, right? Now,
Ooh.
you get there's 3 parts to my pizza that are like really important, right?
Okay.
Um so I feel like that's not worth 3 points though. For some reason, I just don't feel like that's worth 3 points. So, I'll say if you get 2 out of 3, I'll give you the full point, and if you get 1
Okay.
out of 3, I'll give you half. And
Okay.
if you get
So is
3 out
this
of 3, maybe I'll give you an extra half a point.
okay? So is this like anywhere you go, you get this exact same thing?
Um, usually, like I'll tell you this, right? It is a 2 topping pizza,
Okay.
right? So you can do it that way you will.
Okay, so I have to get two toppings and one other thing about it. But this you can get this at like any pizza place you go to. So if you went to like Pizza
Um,
Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, you could get it at all three.
I'm pretty sure you can get it at all three. They're
Okay.
pretty. They're not the most extravagant toppings. I feel like they're, you know, they're pretty easy to come by. Sure.
I think you are a pepperoni and no wait. No. No. You're one of those Hawaiian motherfuckers, aren't you? You're one of those Hawaiian motherfuckers who puts pineapple on their pizza, aren't you? You son of a bitch. No, 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 no. I feel like I feel like you've told me before. I think you've said it's pepperoni and I think you get pepperoni and sausage, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Fuck. This is hard. This is legit hard. Um, I swear I've heard you say at least pepperoni. I'm sure about pepperoni, but I think it's pepperoni and sausage. Because I don't think you would get like a vegetable, but I'm not sure. I think that's my final answer.
Remember, there are three parts to this
Oh shit! What's the
pizza.
third part?
So if you can think of a third thing about this pizza, you can
What? All right.
have that
Can you
on
give me a
there.
hint about what the third thing is? Is it like
It's not a topping.
Okay. Does stuffed crust not count as a topping?
No, that doesn't count as like anything about the pizza that's not the toppings, that I like it. You know what I mean? So that's what you're
Oh
trying to
shit!
guess.
Shit! I think you've told me this before. I think you told me that you don't get the red sauce. I think you get the garlic and Alfredo sauce, but I'm not sure. I think it's either that or stuffed crust. I think that's the third thing. I think
Okay,
it's the
which one?
sauce thing. I think it's the sauce thing. Final
Okay.
answer.
So your final answer is Alfredo
Pepperoni,
sauce,
sausage,
pepperoni,
Alfredo
and
sauce. Yeah.
sausage. Okay.
Yeah.
The correct answer was Alfredo sauce,
Yes.
sausage,
Yes.
and Philly steak. It's not pepperoni, but
I don't think you can get Philly steak at just about anywhere, but I feel
that's
like
crazy. I get it all the time. I order only from Domino's though, but I'm pretty sure you can get it other places.
I don't order that often from Domino's because Pizza Hut's literally in walking distance from me, but maybe. I'm not
But
sure.
it was half a point per thing, so that's still a full point for you. The extra half a
Yeah.
point was going to be bonus anyways, so
Yeah. All right.
we'll give it to
Uh
you +1. Now you're at 2.25 out of a total of 5. You're almost 50%. Look at you.
eat a bag of dicks. How about that? All right. How many more questions do you have?
The last question, I'm not going to lie to you, I was struggling to find a question, so this one might be a little too easy. But we'll ask just anyways.
All right. Let's make it a little bit quick. A little bit sharpish.
All right. What is the easiest way to irritate me?
Ooh.
I feel like I've told you several times that I was irritated, so I feel as though shouldn't be that hard of a question.
One of the best ways to do it I found was to yell really loudly and like eat the microphone. You don't like that. You really dislike that. Um you also like when I call you a bitch and say that you have a tiny penis. Um and when I say that you should shave your mustache cuz you look like a pedophile. And uh just stop me when I get it cuz I'm just going to keep listing
No, you
off
have to lock in an
ones.
answer. I'm not gonna just let you get it. That's not how this is gonna work.
I feel like it is if I say a general term, does that work? Is it like a broad general term or is it one specific action?
I feel as though It's pretty general, it's not something super specific.
Okay. I feel like disrespect is probably just the way to write it down, but I'm not sure. But that's about as close
Well,
as I can get.
that is up there, right? But the number one answer um was complaining. Specifically, if I
Oh,
want to
true.
talk about,
True.
it's
True.
mostly complaining about uh things
Shit that
that
you like. Yeah.
no, not that. It's mostly complaining about things that are either their faults or complaining about things that are not their business. Either or. But complaining is the overarching thing that irritates me the most.
All right.
But I feel
Fair for
like your
that.
answer is in the same area. So you know what? I'll give you an extra 2.25 points. It'll round it out.
All right. 2.5 out of 6. Not bad.
Yes, 2.5 out of 6. What a time to be alive here.
Well,
Wow.
I won last time, so
Well, you're probably gonna win again,
I
but
will.
I don't ask for pity points because if we weren't going on pity points, I feel like you would have gotten one point total. You actually managed to get an extra 1.5 points just by complaining. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the only question you got right was my pizza toppings.
How about fuck you? Just real quick, we gotta go to commercial real quick. Um let's do a little bit of studying again. Let's see if I can't get those answers right. Um so 4 ways to show saturation: RH 100%, MR equals SMR, LCR equals elevation, LCL equals elevation, sorry, and what is it? Temperature equals dew point temperature. 3 ways to saturate: add moisture, cool the air, lift the air. 2 things happen when saturated: clouds form, latent heat is released. 2 things happen when supersaturated: uh, rain, and even more latent heat is released. Boom, got it. I'm gonna do so well on this quiz tomorrow, you guys. I'm gonna fucking kill it. Hell yeah. Anywho, uh, yeah. Sorry, we gotta cut to a commercial. Stay tuned. This episode has been generously sponsored by skunknuggetparenting.com, run by my own talented mother. Parenting is hard. Sometimes kids and parents are like night and day. It can be very hard to get on the same page with them, and a lot of parents have anxiety that maybe they're doing it all wrong. Luckily, there is a service out there that can help. Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions is a company that provides parent coaching services, resource referrals, and psychological profiling, along with 24/7 phone and text access in an all virtual program. Plus, the first consultation is free. In order to get this amazing service, please visit skunknuggetparenting.com. That is skunknuggetparenting.com. Thank you to Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions for sponsoring this episode. Thank you all for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Doctor Who Dong Watch, everyone's favorite podcast within a podcast, where we talk about what really matters on House of the Dragon. Did we see Matt Smith's wiener during episode 8? And no, we didn't. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Thank you guys for staying tuned. And we were about to do my newlywed answers. I've written down some new ones here. Yeah, let's see if he can't do better. What do I get? 2.5 out of 6.
Yes. I don't know if you're gonna do fictional and non-fictional animals. That way you can make it 6 as
No,
well.
I'm doing. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I will.
Because I only asked you 5 questions. I just had 2 answers for that one.
Cool. Hang on. 2.5 divided by 6. All right, I got about 42%. Let's see if you can't do better. But yeah. All right. So we're doing all the same questions. So favorite season. What is mine?
Favorite season.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's crazy. Wow. I feel like you hate everything. That's the impression I get from you. So I'm trying to think of which one you hate the least. You know what I mean,
You're
right?
not wrong. You are not wrong. Not
Right.
at all.
Right. The thing is, he lives in a place that's much colder than I am,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me feel as though he hates the heat. And I feel
Hmm.
like he hates the heat more than the cold. So I'm leaning towards one of like anything but summer at this point. That only eliminates one, right? Now, see, the thing is, I don't know if he likes the cold or if he hates the cold less than he hates the heat, and then it would be between fall and spring, right? But if he does like the cold, then that would be obviously an easy winter answer, right? But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I don't get the spring vibe from him though, so I think it's fall or winter, right? I don't know why. I feel as though he likes winter. I feel like winter. I don't know what it is. I like it. I feel like something about it. Over there in
Can you even
what's
remember?
what's Chicago known for again? I feel
You
I
don't
feel
even
like
know, dude.
it's a big name.
The
And
Windy City?
so yes, cold weather. I knew it. I had a feeling.
Is that
Cold
your
weather.
final answer?
He
Is
loves
that
the
your final?
cold. It's winter, obviously.
It's winter. It's winter? Is that
That's
your?
crazy. Yes.
No, that was a question, not an answer.
How could you do that to me?
No. You were way off actually. My favorite season is autumn, followed by summer. Literally the
Okay,
same as
well,
you.
okay, well, that is. Well, I had autumn in part of my answer as well. You know what I mean? You had like autumn in part of your answer. I feel like I
Nope.
deserve half points as well.
All right,
I gave
0
you half
points.
points.
All
No,
right,
wait. See, look, if we're gonna do that, then I'm gonna.
0
If
points.
I knew it was a competition, I would grade you differently. All right,
All
so I
right,
need
but
to
you should
adjust
know
my
that I
grading curve here.
love the cold. You should know that I love the cold, right? Because I wear
That's
shorts all the time. I wear shorts every day. So if you had gotten that part right about me, if you had like actually known for a fact that I do enjoy the cold and said that with gusto, I would have said, "All right, you know what, you get half a point." But you didn't.
But
So,
here's the thing, right? You had autumn
sucks to
as
suck.
as your second answer, and I had autumn as my second answer. I
No,
just
I had
feel
autumn as
as
my first
though
answer. I had autumn as my first answer.
no, I'm talking about like whenever you were guessing for me though. Remember?
Oh, I didn't
You said
guess autumn. I just said it was summer. I just said summer, but I gave a good explanation for it. But you did
oh, you
not
said
give
it
a
was
good
summer.
explanation for it.
I thought you
Yeah.
said it was autumn.
No. If I had guessed
Okay,
it was autumn, you would have given me a full point, but you didn't.
I'm so confused what we're talking about anymore.
You didn't give me a full point when I said summer
Wait, so
because
what
it's
was
your
your
second favorite.
so your favorite season is summer?
It goes no, my favorite season is autumn.
That's
Autumn.
what I said. That's what
You said
you're
winter.
confusing
You
me.
said winter.
No, no, no,
You
no, no,
said
no. Look,
winter.
look, Nick. What I'm trying to say is that you were guessing for me, right? And you said summer,
Yeah.
but your second answer that you were trying to say was autumn. And then
No.
I,
My second answer, I
for
didn't have a
you,
second answer. I didn't have a second answer at all. All I said was I gave a good explanation for summer, and I said, since I gave such a good explanation and it's your second favorite, can I get half a point? And you gave me half a point, but
you know
you
what,
did
Nick?
not come up
You
with.
failed to remind me that this was a competition, and now I feel as though I should not have given these extra points. So if we want to be, how about we just remove the extra points
No,
entirely?
no, 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 no. Even then, I'll
And
still win. Even then, I'll still win. You're a bitch. You're a
because if I
bitch.
remove every single extra point, not bonus points, because bonus points are still like I feel like are okay, but extra points. You didn't get any bonus points anyway, so even if I remove them, they wouldn't
Even
matter.
if I got 1 out of 6, you still won't get any of these.
Technically, it's 1 out of 6.5 because I had 3 toppings for my pizza.
No, because that would have been a bonus point. That would have been a bonus point. So it's just 1 out of 6.
Well,
Because I'm not coming up with I'm not
technically,
coming up with another point. I'm not coming up with another thing to give you bonus points. So it's
okay,
just
fine.
1 out of 6.
1
Okay,
out of 6,
let's go.
sure.
All right. So even if I
Fine.
got 1 out of 6, I'm still gonna win this. All right, here we go. Favorite food.
Okay. Oh,
Let's
man,
hear it.
This is terrible. I know how much you love your hibachi. You talk about it all the time.
Do I? Do I
But-
really?
But is it your favorite?
That's news to me,
what?
dude.
I know
That's
I
news
know
to me,
so
dude.
little about you, so I would just go with it. Why not?
You're
sure.
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah, I
You're
had
wrong.
a
You're
feeling
wrong.
I
You're
would
wrong.
be.
You're wrong. It's butter chicken, aka chicken makhni from India. Love it.
Oh, of course. You know, just skip. Just go on to the next question. There's no point. Anyways,
All right.
just
Favorite animal. I will give you a hint. It is extinct.
how? Why?
Because no living animal is as cool.
You're. Oh my god. Let's think of the extinct animals I know. There's the
You
obvious
don't know
ones,
this one. You don't
the
even know
dinosaurs,
this one,
right?
dude. Mm-hmm.
And then there's the lesser known extinct animals, of which I know very little, if none.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he likes the Carolina parakeet, which went extinct in the early 1900s. But I feel
think
like
we
that
had
would be
those.
very, very specific.
I think they used to live here in back in the day. They used to live in Illinois. I'm pretty sure.
And that's why he loves them as his favorite. No, I'm joking. I have not a single clue.
It's
Why would you
so
do this to me?
obscure. All right.
Why?
So
Why would you do this to me? This is. I chose lion. I feel like lion's not nearly as obscure as whatever you've chosen, which I feel like is already
all right. All
making
right.
it
Are
terrible.
you officially giving up? Are you officially giving up?
I'm officially asking for any modicum of help, please.
You're not too far off with your answer, actually.
with a lion.
You're not too far off.
Okay, how far am I off with Carolina parakeet?
I'm not giving you that help.
Very far off. Okay, it's fine.
I'm not. No, I gave you one hint. You got one hint.
I just, the only reason I know about the Carolina parakeet is
You
because
have 10 seconds to answer.
No, I can't
10,
do that. Fine.
9,
Look,
8.
it's not helpful if you count down. You gotta stop that.
But how are you gonna know? How are you gonna know all right, now you have 10 seconds. At 9:30.
Okay, let me see. It's a type of
And there's
tiger.
your thing. There's your thing. You're gonna
a type
answer?
Of tiger that
Give me your
for some
final
reason
answer.
Is extinct. It's a tiger of some sort that's extinct.
Is that your final answer?
I have no clue, Nick. Just tell me the answer.
So it's called the American cave lion. It's an extinct species of lion that used to live in America. There's actually a lot of examples that were dug up from the La Brea tar pits out in LA.
Of course, American.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the saber-toothed cat because like it just seems very impractical. So I prefer the cave lion. But all right, my favorite fictional animal.
Whatever. This is. Is it a Pokemon?
You know what?
Wait. Oh no, Nick, you cut out. Nick.
You have fallen for my trap. Yes, it is a Pokemon.
It is. Oh my god, damn you!
I unplugged my mic as I was going into my maniacal laughter. Yes, since there's 1,000 of them, yes, it is a Pokemon.
Okay, let me just look up the list of Pokemon here. I'm sure I have time to peruse them all.
Good luck, bro.
No, yeah, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. I got this. I got this. Let me just go to the Pokédex.
You have 30 seconds.
No, you can't. No. I need time. I need time.
Nope. No, we don't have time. This is a
Is
live
there?
show.
Can we get like a generation? Or anything?
It's in the first 700.
That's unhelpful.
It's in the number that I can answer, that I like know the names of off the top of my head.
Okay, so it's in the first generation because that's all I can name off the top of my head. And I'm sure that he doesn't play Pokemon that much more than I do. Probably he does, to be honest. To be honest, Nick, I feel as though you've set me up for failure, and it hurts my feelings that you've done it this way. It really does, but it's okay.
You should have made yours a Pokemon.
You still got it wrong, so don't even.
And you're gonna get this one wrong, so what does it matter? All right, 30 seconds.
Your favorite Pokemon. I know how much you love. You love Wooper. It's obviously Wooper. 194.
Is that your final answer?
To be honest with you, I don't have a lot of time. It seems like I'm at 200 right now. You're telling me it's in the first 700. It's a lot of Pokemon to look through. You know, I feel like I don't think you've ever even mentioned it. You know what I mean? And you know, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know what I do here.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious which the best fucking Pokemon is. It's fucking Turtwig. He kicks ass. Fuck you.
Okay. Well,
how dare you imply that I love any other Pokemon more than Turtwig? You bitch. You bitch.
Turtwig. Where are you, Turtwig?
I would have accepted. I would have accepted Grotle and Torterra as well.
That's a lame Pokemon. Whatever.
Shut up, suck a dick. I know you're just saying that because you're mad. Turtwig, it's okay. I know he's just saying that because he's mad. He doesn't actually.
You know what? What
I would have accepted Grotle and Torterra for full points. Generation 4. My first game was Pokemon Platinum. My first Pokemon was actually Chimchar, but I restarted and got Turtwig.
Is he even the best starter in his own
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, because he can use Earthquake, and Earthquake is the best move in the game.
No. To be honest, I only judge how cool a starter is off of how cool they look. You know, that's it.
Check the final evolution. Torterra. T-O-R.
They are all kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Eat a bag of dicks. Fuck you. They're like the coolest starters.
This is one of the lamest generations.
No, Generation 4 is the coolest fucking Alright, no.
Wait, the fire one is definitely kind of lame. It's just a fire monkey.
Okay, yeah. Sun Wukong monkey, I'm not a big fan of. That's why I switched.
Is just a penguin. Right.
But he's Napoleonic. He's noble. But the grass one, Torterra, he's the coolest. He's the coolest. You know he is.
I do have to give it to you. You know, I looked at the Pokemon by itself and it was lame. But compared to these other ones, it's less lame.
How about eat a bag of dicks? All right, what's my pizza order then, bitch? What's my pizza order then?
I don't know. You're probably you know. I feel as though you love pineapple. I don't know. You probably get anchovies or something. You know what I mean?
Give me a serious answer. This is for all the marbles, dude. You need to get
This is
1
the only
point.
question you got right.
You need to get 1 point. All right, it's 4 words. I will give you 4 words.
Was there 3 parts to this?
No. When I order on the phone, there's 4 things I say. 4 words I say. Hi, can I get a large blah 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 blah? 4 words. Blank blank blank.
Is one of those words pizza?
No.
Okay.
Can I get a large pizza with blank blank and blank? All right. Sorry. Can I get a large blank 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 pizza?
Can I know how many of them are toppings?
All right, I'll give you the no, I don't want to give you that word. I guess one of those is like a hyphenated word. That's the best hint I can give you.
That's not helpful. Not even.
So it's hyphenated word pizza.
Okay.
I might give you partial credit depending
what is it called
on
whenever you get your pizza like a cracker?
Actually,
remove all the
no,
bread from it?
I'm not going to give you any extra credit because you took away all my extra credit. So no, you have to get this exactly right.
Pizza. Oh, okay. That's what they call it if they take all the bread away. So it's thin crust.
Okay, what are the
two, Dylan?
What are the words?
What do you think Nick's pizza of choices? Wait, you don't want to help me out here?
His pizza of choice?
Yeah. Like the one he would choose if he had he wanted a pizza right now.
I'm gonna say he's gonna get ham, pineapple.
Okay,
Is it one
well,
of those?
I feel like that's the first thing I said too, Dylan. That's crazy.
Okay.
Ham and pineapple. That's not it though. I'm gonna go thin crust. And he seems like the type of person that prides himself on putting as many meats on his pizza as possible.
I think he gets the garlic fries.
So I'm gonna go pepperoni, sausage, and bacon.
Is that the 4 words that you think I say?
Yeah, man. Because let's think about it, right? You don't like bread, so you get rid of the bread, make it thin crust, and then you put all the meats on it.
No. I said there's only 4 words. Thin crust, pepperoni, sausage, and bacon is 5 words.
Well, one of those words is hyphenated, though. Thin crust.
No, that one's usually 2 words. Is that your final answer, though?
What is stuffed crust hyphenated?
Is that your final answer? Is this your
What does it mean by
final
hyphenated? That makes no sense.
It's a hyphenated phrase, right? It's sometimes 2 words, but it's usually just a hyphenated phrase. So I don't want to confuse you by saying it's 2 words when sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just 1 word. So to compromise, hyphenated phrase.
Okay. I feel like it's okay. All right.
You're overthinking it. You're overthinking it
thin
so
crust,
much.
Right?
You're overthinking it so much, dude. It's so funny.
He's talking about he's getting some pizza from like some specialty place, right? He's like, he wants extra crust. He wants a deep dish.
All right, deep dish with
and then everything else the same.
Sausage and bacon. All right, is that your final answer?
Sure. I've never even had a deep dish pizza, but I feel like you would be one of the people that would have had it.
I mean, it's famous in Chicago, so
that's crazy.
You're not too far off. But the thing you're missing here, the 4 words that I wrote down were meat lovers. Meat lovers is a hyphenated phrase.
What?
With
that's what I said.
Onions. With onions.
What
you
do you
missed
even
the
mean,
best
Nick?
part.
You can't.
You can't
the
best
say that.
part.
No,
meat
Nick,
lovers with
Nick,
onions.
Nick, we need to talk about this right now. This is unacceptable. I described a meat lover's pizza, and you didn't say a single thing. I can't believe this.
I wasn't gonna confirm or deny it for you. I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Why would you do that, Nick? Why would you?
Because first of all,
You're
because
such a
fuck
terrible
you.
person.
Second of all, because I
Got
like
all
winning.
of it right then.
But you didn't get the onions. And so you lost. If you were getting me a pizza
you got one
and you
wrong.
forgot the onions, you lost.
You got one wrong, and I gave you the point. I feel like I should get one.
No,
wrong, and I get
you
the point as
said
well.
no extra. You said no extra points. All right. No. Because
Fine,
meat lovers
then
is one thing and onions is another thing.
Then I'll revoke your only point because you technically didn't get it all right.
Then we'll tie.
And now,
then we will tie.
Then
we will tie.
If you want to play this game,
assured destruction. Or I guess mutually assured divorce because we're playing the Newlywed Game. Fuck.
So it's a deep dish pizza with onions.
No, actually,
no, it's a
I would say
pizza with onions.
I would say so the best pizza I can ever get is only at this one specific place. So I don't talk about it because I get a different order there. But like if I'm going for the Papa, Domino's, Pizza Butt, anywhere just like just like a normal pizza place, I will get as many meats as they can, usually the meat lover special, and then I'll say,
that's what I said.
You add red onions.
But then I
want red onions. But I want red onions. Though.
I literally said word for word. He seems like the type of person that would want to shove as many meats on his pizza as possible. That's literally what I said word for word.
Okay, if you had made any gay jokes about me shoving meat in my mouth or me loving meat, I would have given you partial credit there, but you didn't make any gay jokes.
I can't believe these
didn't
like
make
things you're telling me right
any
now.
gay jokes, okay? I'm sorry. All right, now, last question.
You're an
This is
asshole.
for all... Fuck you. This is for all the marbles. All right, are you ready?
Whatever.
This is for all the marbles. Are you ready?
This is for us to tie. Match point.
If you can get this is actually this is also a very simple one.
I'm taking your pizza point away because
okay, then again, this is the only way you can win is if you get this last question. If not, then we're just tied.
That I wrote
the easiest way to irritate me.
There's so many ways to irritate you. I don't.
One word. One word.
I feel like I have an answer, but I don't know if it's. Should I just go with my gut here, or should I think about this? I feel like I'll overthink it. You have to think about it, you know.
I would say don't overthink it. I would say go with your gut.
I'll just say it when it comes to my mind. The first thing.
If you might get this. Honestly, you might.
The first thing that comes to my mind, and it's one of the recurring things that I've said, and literally its name alone irritates you. I feel as though that's the answer that's first comes to my mind, right? Because it only takes just the mention of it.
Okay, let's hear it.
And that's Hollow Knight.
But no, the answer is a lot more broad than that. I just wrote failure. Just any kind of failure in general. So usually yours.
It's a little bit too deep of an answer. Than I was thinking of, but
no, I just hate when people fuck up. It pisses me off. I hate it. Be perfect like me. Be perfect like me, or die.
No, you
eat a bag of dicks.
Man. You shouldn't hate yourself, man.
You shouldn't hate sucking dick. Oh wait, you don't. Haha.
Oh wait, Nick. I remember when I wanted to tell you before the live stream. Wait, never mind. Before the podcast.
Jesus Christ! Neither one of us know what we're doing here, dude. I say video all the time, and I say thank you for watching all the time. Fuck, man. Neither one of us know what our fucking
live stream, video, podcast. They're all the same thing, really. You know. Anyways.
Dude, I hope not. I hope you guys can't see me because, like, I'm, like, belly out, pants undone. Dude, I'm fucking chilling, dude.
Yeah, well,
I feel
anyways,
good, dude.
What I was going to say is that I also had a school assignment that I was working on, right?
Yeah?
and it was for technical communications,
Yeah.
English 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part. There's like an assignment I'm doing where I have to like write a
Mhm.
resume and a cover letter and all that.
Yeah.
And I needed some references, right? So I was like, man, who do I put as a reference, right? I put 2 people that I felt pretty confident about, but I didn't have a third. So I put your name down because I was like, he knows me for a long time, right? And I put you want to hear it word for word what I wrote about you. You're
Word
gonna
for
love it.
word, bar for bar. Let's go.
All right. My third reference would be Cale Clugston, who has known me for over 10 years and would likely tell employers that I am punctual and prepared.
I swear to every word in that sentence was a lie.
You don't know me
Every
for over 10
single
years?
word. No, 8 years. I'm
Okay,
offended that you've
well, I wanted
forgotten.
to exaggerate it for the sake. I didn't know the exact number. I had forgotten, but I felt like 10 years just since we started this podcast, just because of how annoying you are. But I just wanted to let you know, in case my teacher calls you, I need you to back up what I
No,
say.
all
So I
right,
will put your
all
phone
right.
number in.
But this is public. This is public. This is a public podcast. Why would you admit? Why would you admit this?
Nick.
You
You don't have the
dumbass.
clout for my
You.
teacher to.
How do you know? How do you know? It's on my LinkedIn. It's on my LinkedIn, bitch. Dude, if they
Look.
check my LinkedIn, oh my god, dude, this is terrible.
You put this on your LinkedIn.
It's the only thing I can put on my LinkedIn, dude. What the fuck else do you want from me? This
Why
is
do
where
you
I
even
use
have a
most of my
LinkedIn?
skills. It was so I was taking business communications in the last flex class of my summer semester, and some of our discussion posts were create like a LinkedIn profile and like link in your like actual um like put in like the different sections, and you get bonus points if you actually make a LinkedIn profile and actually link those. So yeah, that yeah, I just did it for extra credit, but I mean it was worth it. I got an A. I got straight A's that semester, baby. It was worth it. I don't know. What about? I mean, like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I put it in my LinkedIn? This is honestly the place where I use the most skills. I use marketing. I edit. That's about it actually. Social media stuff. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, I guess. Anywho. Oh yeah. One more thing before Big Red Button. Uh. The final studying. Finally. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try and go as fast as possible.
So I just need to know that if you were to get like a call or a message or something, that you'd be down to just repeat what I just said.
Sure. But if she finds the podcast and finds out that we both lied,
No. Like what about what I said was a lie?
How long we've known each other. The fact that you're punctual is a lie, and the fact that you're prepared is a lie. And
Fine, if you want me to tell the truth, I can change the number of years that they can tell, for over 8 years. I want to get real specific with that.
I don't even know if it's been over 8 years. It's just been 8 years. But anywho, yeah.
Over 7.5. What do you want me to do?
I will tell them that you haven't missed a week. You haven't missed a week of the podcast. I'll give you credit there. 25 normal episodes plus 2 bonus episodes, and you haven't missed one. You've come close.
So I'll tell them that that I'm consistent.
Not consistent.
Okay. But you would if they called you would say that though, right?
No. I don't know what you expect of me.
Stick to the original script. Just tell them that I'm punctual and I am prepared. Give
I'll
them
say
some nice
you
anecdotes about it.
I'll say that you I don't know what I would say about you. I'll think of something. How about that? How about we'll leave
It's
it
all
there?
right.
But first of all,
Yeah,
we need to study. We need to study. Okay. 4 mathematical way for saturation. Go. Dew point temperature is the same as normal. Elevation is LCL. MR equals SMR. Relative humidity 100%. 3 ways to saturate. Moisturize, cool the air, lift the air. 2 things of saturation. Latent heat is released, condensation is created. 2 things of supersaturation. Condensation happens faster, and more latent heat is released, causing the cloud to float. Boom! God, I'm so smart. Let's do a big red button. I have one already. Are you ready to go? This is a classic. This is a classic. Are you ready?
sure.
Okay. All right. You are able to stop time with air quotes, but it doesn't actually stop the passage of time. It just freezes everyone and everything. They are still conscious and everything still ages. They are just frozen. Would you press that button?
Wait, say it one more time.
So you can stop time with like air quotes. But like what that really means is like you're not actually stopping time, you're just freezing everyone. They're still conscious, time still passes, so things still age, but they just cannot move.
I'm not gonna lie. I need you to say it one more time.
You are able to freeze time, except not really. You okay? That's basically as much as I can tell you.
No, okay, wait. Just say it word for word one more time. This time I promise I'm gonna get
Word
it.
for word, bar for bar. Here we go.
Bar for bar.
You are able to stop time, air quotes, but it doesn't actually stop the passage of time. It just freezes everyone and everything in place. Time will still pass, but everyone is still conscious and everything still ages. So you would age, all the stopped people would age. They just won't be able to move.
Okay. Now, you see, I feel as though whenever you say the ability to stop time, I would also assume that I also have the ability to unstop time, right?
Yeah. You are able to stop and unstop time.
Because
sure.
it wouldn't make much sense if I could just stop time and then that was it. Now, I'm trying to think of a use for this, right? I would say, yeah, why wouldn't you? It's an extra ability. You don't have to use it, but you can if you want to. So there's no real reason to say no. I'm just trying to think of when I would even want to use it, though. You know what I mean, right? Because usually the whole point of stopping time, so to speak, is to, that way you can do more things with the limited amount of time you have. But that's kind of, there's no real reason to do that because the time doesn't really stop. You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think of other reasons, like, oh, maybe you want to cause mischief. Oh man, mischief.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't really work because they're all conscious, which means they'll probably
still perceive it. Yeah. They will still perceive it.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're just gonna be able to get away with it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of a question, I'm sure there is like very, very specific like situations, right? Very specific and very, very unlikely situations where this would be great, right? Like in an accident or an emergency, right? That requires like a very quick thinking. Then this ability would be great. It's just that I don't see a lot of like practical day-to-day use. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
But
I just
since
fucking
there doesn't seem to be any downsides with the question, I would say, yeah, get the ability, even if you're not able to find an immediate use for it. It might come in handy one day.
Yeah, I think it would be useful in like life-threatening situations and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like where you have to think real fast, or
Yeah. Like it
you're
could
not able to get
like
out of the way, things like that.
yeah, it could like get you and like people you care about out of a car accident and would like save their lives. That would be cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was thinking about too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got limited uses. I would press that button.
There
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be any immediate downsides.
I think it would just be really funny if like the government tried to like lock me up to like, you know, like take me out, right? Or like cut me open and study me to figure out how I gain my powers. And like they just can't get to me because I just keep stopping time. I'm just like, see you later, bitches, and just walk away. And then unfreeze time. They're like, God damn it,
The thing
he
is,
got
like,
away.
the way that it usually works whenever you freeze time is that they perceive all of your actions to be happening in an instant, which makes you look like you're moving real fast. But in this
No,
situation,
they would perceive. Yeah,
they
they
would
would
just
perceive all
be
your. Yeah,
they would just be completely frozen in place. And they would just see you walking at a very brisk, probably not even any rush pace, walking
maybe a
out of the
little
police
bit.
station or wherever you're being held. And then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, when time starts again, they'll be like, "How?" It'll be probably hours. You're gonna be really far away.
yeah. Like I've gone all the way to fucking like Jamaica somewhere or like the Caribbean. Just like fuck it, why not? Fuck it, we ball regardless. And
The thing
then
is, right? Like you say that time doesn't really stop, right? What are the limits of time not really stopping? Does the sun, like its place in the sky,
that's
stop moving?
that's
Do
what
planes
I was
fall out
thinking,
of the
right?
sky? You know, that's what you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
What do we mean by stop? Will it be like how time stops in like movies where like objects that are floating in the air will stay floating in the air, like suspended?
See, that's the thing, right? Because by the laws of physics, if everything stopped moving, everything in the universe stopped moving, zero energy, there would be no time. So technically, it if you could somehow do that without like getting rid of, but
The
again, that
way
would
I would interpret
destroy.
it, right, is that I would interpret it as if everything it still has like its momentum and all that. It's kind of like you press pause on a TV, though. You see what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if there's something is suspended in the air, it'll have the same like momentum that it did before you paused it after you resume it. You see what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
That way, planes wouldn't just fall out of the sky. Sure, the plane would be suspended in the air, but as soon as you resume time, it would continue just how it was, as if nothing had happened, right?
Yeah.
And the sun and the earth and all that would, I guess, stop moving as well, and then it will continue moving as if nothing had happened. The only difference is that time would pass. The thing is, what does that really even mean, right? Because if the sun's not moving, if the sun and the earth don't move, like what are we defining as time passing?
Yeah,
Do
that's the
cells
question though, right?
do cells
That is
stop? Because
because then
if
you wouldn't be able to age, right? Yeah, because your
exactly, you
hayflick
see what I'm
limit
trying to
wouldn't be
say,
able to.
right?
Yeah,
There's so many questions that I feel like are unanswered. Is it one of those things where if you stop time, like would you still I feel like if all the cells and everything stopped, doing their things, right? Would you even be able to like have control to start time again? You see what I'm trying to say?
well,
I don't know
you
all the
can still
science
move.
behind. That's the
You
thing,
can
though. I
still
don't know the
move,
science behind everything, but I feel like there's something we're not thinking of that
dude.
is going to be a problem with this.
I don't know,
But
dude.
I feel like
Fuck.
that's for somebody to figure out later on.
All right. I think what this. I think what the. I think the conclusion is that I think to like conclude what it's like supposed to mean is that like the physical processes, the sun, the earth, yeah, all that doesn't stop. Nothing stops, but people can't move. They are locked in place. Um,
But like I said, I feel
like
like that
rigor
wouldn't really make
mortis,
sense
they
because
cannot
then you
move.
have like
But
planes, obviously in midair, things like that, right? I feel like if it's only humans that stop, all those other things will still be going on around them. You see what I'm trying to say?
yeah, but like no. It's just the humans that stop. Yeah.
Well, that's
Would
what I'm
you
saying. Like
still
other
push it
things
though?
going on around them, right? So that does that mean every time I stop time, a plane will fall out of the sky because nobody's able to control it, or probably several planes, to be honest, because I doubt there's only one plane in the air at any given time. You know,
Yeah,
that's why I'm
yeah.
saying like the only way I feel like it would have to work is if somehow the only thing that would keep going is aging, but the sun couldn't move, the earth couldn't move, you know pretty much everything else couldn't move, right?
I don't know. I
The
still think
water
it
would
would be
stop
more.
still,
I
you
think it would
know.
still be more useful than not useful if you can just stop like all humans. You know, I feel like you can
I
still do shit.
I feel like then you do have a lot of problems though, right? Because
But
something
you
that you
can
might
just
not be
use
thinking
it.
of, right? Right, is that if we stop humans in their exact space in time, right? The Earth is rotating at like what 800 like
Okay,
miles per
no,
second,
they are not.
because
They are not going
then
to fly off the Earth.
no no
They
no
are
no
just. They're. It is
no like
just
what
that
I'm
their
saying is that
bodies.
if we lock them in place in time in space and the Earth rotates, I'm sure that'll cause problems because they won't
No,
rotate with the Earth. You see what I'm trying to say,
no,
right?
that's not. That's not how. I don't think you know how physics works.
Look,
That is not.
I'm just
I'm literally. All right. If you are paralyzed, or if you go to
look. So
sleep,
so the Earth is
for
moving.
example,
The Earth is moving. Everything
yes.
else is moving, but
When you go to
humans are
sleep,
stuck
you're not
frozen
moving.
in space. At the exact point
They're
that
not
they
frozen in space. They're not frozen in space. Their bodies freeze up. Their bodies seize up like rigor mortis. That's it.
okay. So you're just saying they become
But even if they
paralyzed,
did, but even if they, but even if
right?
they did,
Because I imagine, like, for example, let's say you are a person who happens to be like skydiving or something, right? My interpretation, with how he said it originally, is that they would freeze in place in the sky, stuck there, as if
no.
they're defying gravity, right? But I think that
Mm,
you're talking about is more like a paralysis sort of thing, right?
yes.
Where everything still has an effect on them, but they're just unable to move.
If you were able to stop all energy in the universe and literally stop everything moving, even like cells and shit, you wouldn't be able to start it again because there's no energy anymore. You would be defying the laws of physics. You cannot
I feel like this whole
create or
question
destroy energy.
defies laws of physics. I feel like we're way
No,
past physics now.
no, because if you emitted a like in theory, there is a way to just like create a like a brainwave that like makes all the brains nearby just seize up and just stop and just don't move. In theory, it wouldn't even be that hard because you just need to like electrify their nerves. It just makes all their muscles go tense and they just seize up. So it wouldn't be that hard.
So you see, I feel like that's the interpretation that I feel like we had different, right? Because I'm thinking of something that's a little bit more like drastic, right? I'm thinking a cataclysmic event every time you try to stop time because
Oh,
everybody's frozen in space, but because then everybody would die almost instantaneously by the Earth slamming into them or them flying off into space, which would
you
not be
would
a good thing,
still you
right?
would still be on you would still be like having momentum. You would still move with the earth. That's again, I don't think you know how
Look,
physics works, but okay.
No, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I don't think you're trying to understand what I'm trying to say, right? I imagine them, unmoving in their position in all of space, stuck, right? And that everything else is moving around them, right? They don't have any momentum, and they can't move by their own means, right? But other things can act onto them. You see what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Right. In that scenario, uh, well, could other things act onto them? I guess. I don't
I don't
know.
know. I think we're
If they were frozen
overthinking
in
this shit.
space,
We are overthinking this shit. We need to end this podcast. This is
if they were
terrible to
frozen in
listen
space,
to.
would other things be able to act onto them? I don't
Dude,
know.
this is like
I guess the way
no,
I was thinking
that's
about it is
not
that other
how
things couldn't act onto them. You know what I mean?
that's not how it's just that, why are you trying to apply logic to this now? Just don't. It's
Yeah.
all right. We need to end this podcast. Thank you everyone for listening. I'd like to thank our lovely patron Justin Connor. Thank you for your patronage. If you want to support us, patreon.com/IIHS podcast. If you want to follow us on our social media, we are at IIHS podcast, all one word, on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, thank you guys very much for listening. We'll see you guys on next Tuesday. And oh wait, I'll leave in a little space here after the end of the podcast for how I did on the quiz. If I yeah, I'll leave that in. But other than that, I've been incredibly influential,
I've been highly successful.
and we'll see you guys next week.